Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grow, the Paranormal Priestess here. Hope everyone is enjoying this season of the year, which always is a beautiful and joyous one. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I welcome you. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm a professional medium, divine channeler, and remote spirit extractor specialist. And I'm also a twin flame. I've been on the twin flame journey for a number of years. I have the higher self communication. I'm on the path to union, and I've been really enjoying offering my services to humanity with high-level channelings from the angelic realm and also channeling twin flame higher selves, as well as any other medium work. If anyone would like to speak to the other side, to their family members, I'm also available for that as well. So I have plenty of different videos on this channel. Many of them are related to twin flames, angelic messages that come through every month. Also, there are also videos that have to do with healing and even paranormal vlogs as well. So a little bit of everything on here within the supernatural realm. Today's video I was really inspired to do, not only because of the season, but also what I have been feeling. Also from a session that I did with my fairies, because not only do I connect with my own angelic team, but I connect with fairies as well. And for those of you who don't know, I follow the druidic path, so I do consider myself a druidess, and I really have been feeling so much of my own true higher self, and my higher self is most definitely very magical, very druidic, woodland spirit, filled with joy, filled with moonlight, filled with sunlight, and I really wanted to be able to offer that on the channel because I know many of you are really feeling more of your authentic selves as we go on and as we receive these absolutely incredible energies. And so I feel really connected to childhood magic and childhood purity, and this is the subject that I'm guided to talk about today, and it's something I feel like could help many of you, especially during this season of the year when some people feel very, very down. Many might feel lonely, and you know, some people have just lost that part of themselves, which is really such an important part that we don't want to lose, which is our purity about us, our childhood sense of wonder. And working with the fairies is always something that brings that out. I know I've been asked about this crystal, and it is my fairy crystal that I'm wearing. It has a diva in it. So I know you can't see it, but there's lots of different veils and different things in it. And it's very natural, and I always feel very Merlin like not only when I listen to fairy-like music, but when I have this crystal on, I feel like the presence of Merlin and fairies and woodland spirit, and I always work with this crystal to connect with the fairy realm. And so this is a magical time of the year. It is what the Druids call as Yule, the birth of the sun. So for the solstice on the 21st, and of course this is going to be an incredible time for the earth, because we're going to have such an amazing influx of light, of 5D energies that the earth has never seen. So with that, many of us are returning back to our higher selves, and some of us are actually we're going to be anchoring our higher selves for the very first time, having been awakened. So with that, the higher selves are always our highest aspect of ourselves. It's the purest version of ourselves, basically, purest consciousness, highest level consciousness, who we truthfully are, who we truly are, true identities. And so I wanted to share more of my true identity and talk about, you know, seeing life through the eyes of a child and the childhood magic. And this has been coming up for some clients about that they are feeling this again, and they are feeling like they want to be silly and they want to be more like a child. They want to play more. And the angels remind us a lot, and especially the fairies, how playing as an adult, a lot of times this disappears. And we feel like we're just constricted by the world, and the world has molded us, and that we have to always be, you know, on our schedules, and we always have to be, how do I say this? Just very adult-like, because that's what the world expects us to be, and we have to act a certain way, and we put these conditions on ourselves. So I'm not saying throw away your schedules or anything like that, but what I'm trying to say is that we tend to step into our role as an adult, and we forget about the beautiful part about us, that a lot of times we allow the world to take away from us, or people to take away from us, because we have to build up this tough facade in order to protect ourselves. We want to be taken seriously in the world, so we shut off the non-serious sides of ourselves. And it's a really a shame when we get rid of that, and we leave it behind, and we don't want to look at our childlike way about us anymore, because we are just so caught up in the world, the hustle and bustle and what's expected of us. And when we lose that part of us, we're losing our hearts. We're losing that unconditional love. The beautiful thing about all of these energies that are coming now, and as we are becoming more crystalline, we're becoming lighter and brighter, we are absolutely bringing back, restoring that childlike joy and that childlike magic. And so life, truthfully, is going to look very different to us and feel very different from us. Okay, and that's a good thing. That's absolutely a good thing. Just for examples, I have been drawn to listening to lighter music and being nostalgic, and maybe listen to some cheesy 80s music again, and just losing myself and feeling happy, with simple things such as music. Or I've been looking at Christmas displays and nurseries and stuff, and I remember being kind of down last year and being Grinch, and just was kind of annoyed with everything, and I just allowed what was going on in my life and the commercialism of Christmas to really get to me. And it was a shame, and I really feel like I'm in a completely different place this year. And although it's been very challenging with the energies that have been coming in terms of ascension symptoms and stuff, which I've been going through very harshly, I know it's all for the good, because I can just feel what's been happening inside of my heart. And I've been lighting up, and that little girl that has kind of been lost for a while under trying to just get through obstacle after obstacle and challenge after challenge and purge after purge, I lost her for a while. That little girl that was just singing and dancing with fairies and, being in awe of the moon and just really seeing life as magical. I was starting to lose a lot of that, because I was just getting through a lot of my shadow stuff, and it was hard. I mean, we lose sight, but the thing is that my childhood way about me, and the magic that I bring, and the woodland spirit and all of that, I feel it returning very, very strongly this month. And I urge any of you who have been so caught up in worries and doubts, especially with their spiritual journeys or their twin flame journeys, if you've been worrying about your respective beloved, your partner, or if you're worried about not having enough money, or whatever your worries or cares may be at this time, where you are just feeling so frustrated, I really urge you to maybe reach out to your higher self, connect with your higher self. So it's not just about connecting with your beloved's higher self, but it's also connecting with your own higher self, and really observe how your higher self is and what they're like and how they carry themselves. And that's really who you are. Just like how I'm describing myself. And I have been through, depressions and been through anxiety and all sorts of things as, I awakened and had to go through processes. And so, it was difficult, but my true self is a self of joy, of fairy, of lightness and just really bringing hope and faith. And I love to dance and I love to sing and those things, and poetry, all those things are of me. And I really thought about it, and it's so many of those simple things that people are just like, so what, you know? That's not an exciting thing. Anything from baking some cookies to having a cup of herbal tea, like Christmas tea or something that's just really yummy, to just seeing some Christmas displays and watching children, you know, watching their faces and just how they're reacting, and they're excited, you know. And also, too, we take a lot of life very, very seriously, and sometimes too seriously, and we take ourselves too seriously. And I can tell from connecting with my higher self, and connecting with the fairy realm as well, that it's not about having to get upset about every little thing in our lives. I mean, reacting to things. Sometimes we just don't understand that it's all about how we choose to react. That's a choice. You know, some of the mishaps in life, I mean, life's not perfect, but lately I've been finding myself just kind of laughing at things. You know, like if I turn down the wrong road, or if, you know, if there's traffic or whatever, you know, these days I just feel like that it's just, why make such a ruckus out of it anymore? And I try my best to just laugh certain things that maybe I haven't in the past. Maybe, you know, I've gotten pissy and threw in a couple of four-letter words and things. And you know what? I'm here. I'm having a human experience, but I just feel with all these energies coming in that it's not worth it anymore. It's truthfully worth just kind of laughing it off and just, you know, right off your shoulder. Just, you know, the heck with it. And just putting on your favorite music, or putting on a movie maybe that you haven't seen in years that maybe other people would judge it as cheesy or stupid, or why are you watching that? That's such a romantic comedy that is, we all know how it's going to end. So what? So what? So you put on some movies that have happy, predictable endings, and it made you happy, and it made you feel warm, and it just put a really good feeling in your heart. Those are the things. Those are the things that I just want to impress upon you who are watching my channel, that it's about the simple things. It truthfully is. The childhood, the magic, it's all about those simple things. And those simple things are good. Those simple things are good. In fact, they're not only good, they are great. Playing with a pet. The love, the connection, the unconditional love that a pet gives. They're innocent, like children. And I know when I read some clients, their pets come up in the readings, and it's not a small thing. It's a big thing. It's about connections and bonds that some of you have with your animals that are absolutely nothing short of a soul bond. And it's a really beautiful thing, and it's a childhood purity, unconditional love. And this is where we're going on this planet. We're returning to innocence. We truthfully are. And it feels amazing. For those of you who watch the channel, I know many of you are twin flames. And some of you I've had in sessions are worried, oh, well, you know, how are we going to make this relationship work? And what about this? And what about that? And first of all, it's not a relationship. And that's one of the main things that I usually say, is that those who call the twin flame a relationship is absolutely not. It is something that doesn't follow any rules. It is a union. And it's going to absolutely be like the first time you've ever been with someone. It really is. It's going to feel like magical. Magical. Just as many of you, and I have a very strong connection with your twin's higher self, and it's magical. And you guys display, and you go to places in the 5D where it's incredible, like forests and beaches and gardens and these islands and these beautiful sceneries and all these things that you can just create just like that in an instant. That is where we're going, guys. And this is not being eccentric whatsoever. I am as down to earth as you can be in that kind of way. I'm very sensible. I'm not crazy. Well, those of you who are watching the channel come to me and like, am I crazy? And I say, no, you're not crazy. The energy is really feeling like that, and it's really bringing this. Life is going to be magical with such high level frequencies and high vibrations that we are integrating into our beings, upgrading our light bodies, all of these sensations that we've been feeling, our pituitary gland, our pineal gland, all of these things that we are upgrading, we are becoming less dense and we are becoming light. You know, when you think a Christmas Carol, Scrooge, was as light as a feather. You know, at the end of A Christmas Carol, I'm as giddy as a drunken, you know, and you know, he's bouncing all around the place and dancing, and you know, this stands on his head and all craziness. But Scrooge was changed. He was changed. He was able to let the spirit of Christmas in his heart. And he was able to carry that through the entire year, right? Not just Christmas time, but through the entire years. And that's where we're going. Our higher selves are like that. So I definitely say to you, and I mean this, that if you're putting pressure on yourself, you know, and perhaps you're not enjoying your life, maybe you're putting conditions on your life. Oh, I would be happier if I had A, B, C, D, and you're getting caught up in that and blocking yourself. Now's the time, I say to you, to let that go and let your inner child in. Let your higher self take that wheel even more so. Don't resist it. And just be playful. Just enjoy the simple things. A good movie. A cozy blanket. If you need to go to TJ Maxx, pick up a couple of things to just help out the cozy factor, some candles or whatnot, and blankets. Hey, I'm all for that. I've done it. I've done it. Okay, and years back I would say, oh, well, this isn't a life. This sucks. This is what it's come to. But I honestly, like, I have released so much, and I don't put any type of conditions on my life anymore. I have to do this, I have to do that, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that, people don't do this, people don't do that. It's all about what's going to make you feel comfortable, what's going to make you happy, and joy is the word. Joy is the word. How about some music? Put on some music and just dance like nobody's watching. Just dance. Hey, I have been known to do a couple of really, really crazy Michael Jackson dances. I'll share this with you because I absolutely am shameless. I'm a shameless person. I will do some Michael Jackson dances. I will get the Beat It album out. I'll get Bad out. And I will go into that closet behind me and I will go get a fedora hat and I will do my moves because that is really my happy dances. Michael makes me happy. Someone may say, Liz, you're insane. Who does that? And I'm like, I do that. I do that because it just brings joy. It raises my vibration. So Michael that's my happy dance. I love to belly dance. That's part of the workout that makes me feel good. I'm in my empowerment, my goddess energy. I love the sound of the Middle Eastern music as well. Of course, I love the fairies and I love the whole Celtic thing. And fairies, really truthfully, feeling their energy raises my vibration. And the fairies always, always, always point to us finding our childlike innocence. Working with unicorns can help do that. They are magnificent healers. Unicorns, yes, unicorns do exist. And the unicorns are always there to remind us of our childhood innocence. And if we bring that back, that love, that joy, life will never be the same. I know years back when I started Wicca, went from Wicca into Druidry, and, when I found the earth-based path, it really opened me up to so much joy because, I saw the interconnections of everything, the elements. I looked at life. It wasn't just a moon in the phases. There was so much more to it. It wasn't just the sun. It wasn't just the seasons. Like, I was able to see, like, how I come into play with nature and all the cycles and seasons, and just how absolutely incredible and miraculous that is. And that's opened me up so much the beauty of being childlike. I just watched the movie Big. I haven't seen this movie in years. Many times I would pass it over, not want to watch it, it's sitting there. I'd be finding myself watching, a lot of different scary movies. I mean, I love Halloween. But I found myself wanting to watch Big the other night, and I did. And I gotta tell you, I was just drawn to watching it. And I found just something new in it. I really did. And it made me so happy. And watching Tom Hanks and how he embodied the 13-year-old. And that just really reminded me of our higher selves and how we are becoming innocent, just as he was. And this is why Elizabeth Perkins' character, this is why she fell in love with him. Is because he wasn't like the other men. He didn't have an agenda. He was pure. He liked to play. He brought that childhood feeling, that magic out of her. And that's what twin flames are here to do. By being our higher selves, bringing the unconditional love, the innocence. That's truthfully going to template this earth. And I'm very excited about it. And although we have been through so much, we are truthfully going to be bringing such beautiful energy, such joyful energy. And it's going to make such a difference. And this world really, really needs that. So enjoy this season as best as you can. And really find the things that make you happy. And for many of you who I read, what's been coming up are things that you've put down for a while because life got in the way. Some of you have been musicians, singers, poets, artists, used to paint, draw. And it brought you so much. It opened you up. It relaxed you. You were able to release emotions and to create. I mean, as a druid, I can say, like, creation and inspiration, those are keys on my path. We call it the Awan, to tap into the Awan. We are meant to be here as powerful creators, but also to inspire others. To inspire others is very, very important. So, whatever you can do to inspire yourself first, perhaps being creative, and you've put down hobbies that you've had that you used to enjoy because life just got in the way and you didn't have the time. If you can make that time again, if you can take a walk outside in nature and find something new and find something inspiring within it, Maybe you're not noticing the enchantment in the world. Maybe you just haven't noticed in a while. But I have to tell you, it is all coming back now. All you need to do is just shift your perspective just a little bit. And it's right there, right under your nose. And guaranteed, all of those little trivial things that we worry about and we get annoyed about, many of them seem to just magically fall away. It's just not worth getting upset any longer. Where maybe you felt it used to be, it's just not any longer. Because you're different. Your frequency is different. Your vibration is different. Everything that you've been through, you've released so much of the baggage that now you can be lighter and you can be more of your pure, higher, authentic self. For those of you who are twins, spending time with your twin flame, doing something that is pure and fun in the 5D, if you haven't done it or you haven't give it a shot yet to connect with your twin flame's higher self, I can tell you you will be blown away by some of the amazing experiences you can have in 5D. And it's magical. It's magical. It's like a child falling in love in a way, because it's like your first crush, except it's so much more than that. It brings an innocence back that wasn't there. You know, the first time that you held someone's hand, or the first time that you had a kiss, or, you know, the beautiful wonder of that. Your twin brings that out of you. Brings all the best out of you. So I definitely hope that I got this message across maybe to some of you who needed to hear it. And if you are feeling kind of down about the holidays and perhaps the family situation isn't so great, or you're finding like you're putting a lot of pressure with the gift buying, or you're worried about not having enough money or getting a good enough gift, or if some of you are worried or upset that your twin flame's not with you in the physical, why be upset? There's no need when so many incredible things are happening here on this planet. And it's just a shift of your perspective to embrace your childlike purity, your childlike wonder and magic, and find the joy again. The joy is right there. It's right there to notice. It's right there to partake in. Whatever it is. If it's going bowling and you haven't been bowling in years. If it's just going out to see Star Wars. I know I am. I'm there. First night out. Someone else may be like, yeah, so what? Star Wars is magical to me. Hey, I'm a druid. Okay, pretty close to a Jedi. I love to have fun. I love to have fun. And those are the real parts of me, my higher self of me. And those are the things that I wish to inspire in others. So I hope that this video maybe has helped you to do that. So, on that note, brightest blessings to everybody. And thank you for listening. And for those of you who are new, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. There might be some other ones on this channel that might interest you. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. And for those of you who have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I am here for Divine Channeled Sessions. I work with many, many twin flames. And I definitely can give you confirmation, details, where you're at in your union, what's coming up for you. Many times your twin flame's higher self has many things that they want to share that maybe you're just not understanding, or you have received, but maybe you're not trusting it. So you may want to just contact me on the paranormalpriestess.com. For those of you who have been contacting me, or if I haven't gotten back to you, if you can please give me at least about a 48-hour turnaround time. I try to do the best I can to get back to everyone. This season of the year is very, very busy. It's also been rough with me navigating some of these ascension energies and a lot of the physical symptoms that I've been having. So I've been having some trouble with that. So if you haven't heard from me, just sit tight. I will be with you. If you can just give me, you know, at least 48 hours turnaround time, and I will definitely get back to you. For the clearing work that I do, that will probably be waiting a little bit longer on that. I'm going to recheck with my team, but since I have not been up to par physically lately, because of my own light body, of course, my Merkaba upgrading, it's not the best time to travel and with the portal and everything that's going on too. So I apologize for that. I have some people I know that are still waiting on some clearing work, and I try to give them as much information and prayers and affirmations and things to work with my channel if I can't get to them yet. So I just wanted to let you know that. And you can find me on Facebook if you'd like to like my page, The Paranormal Priestess, and I'm on Twitter, ParaPriestessYT, and I'm going to leave all that information in the description for you, and questions or comments, which are positive only positive, positive comments, please. I like to keep it as positive and empowering as possible on this channel. Nothing negative, no judgment or anything like that, please. I would love to hear from you, and wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful season, and don't forget to tap into that joy. Take care. From the heart of the darkness is born the light.